Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be taking you through certain characteristics of bulimia. When we start working with someone and when there's suspicion that someone might be experiencing eating disorder issues, then we're gonna ask few questions related to their eating habits. And when there's suspicion that someone might be experiencing bulimia, one of the first questions, it will be around their binges. We would ask them whether they consume at least 1,500 calories in one sitting, in one binge. And that might vary between people, but that will be the minimum. For some people, it might be 2,000 calories in one sitting. For someone else, it might be 3,000 calories in one sitting. Another characteristic of binge is that people, they normally consume only unhealthy food when they're binging. In my practice, I actually never came across anyone who would actually binge on healthy food. What is more, that people who are experiencing bulimia, they also put a lot of planning into hiding the eating disorder. So they eat in hiding. So when they're experiencing binges, they might happen at night when maybe the family members, they sleep. Also, even when they go and when they do groceries, they might plan the groceries in a way so that will prevent maybe the shopkeeper from suspecting that the person might be actually having some eating issues. Another characteristic of bulimia is that the person actually is losing sense of control at the time when they're binging. So this is not the sense of hunger that any average person will experience. Is that a normal, very overwhelming sense of loss of control that someone is experiencing. And that's why they can't control what they eat, how much they eat, and even they can't control when they stop. It's only when that sense of urgency, when that is satisfied, that's when they can stop actually eating. Another characteristic of bulimia is that the person will develop their own compensatory behaviors in order to prevent them gaining weight. So it could be, for example, self-induced vomiting, using laxatives, fasting, and also excessive exercising. In order to diagnose someone with bulimia, we would need to know that someone is binging and vomiting at least once or twice in a week for a period of 3 months. Another characteristic of someone who's experiencing bulimia is someone who's preoccupied with their size, with their shape, with their weight, and also they have certain ways to monitor the weight, their size, their shape. So we would ask a few questions around that, how they go along and how often that happens, whether it is every day, whether it is 3 times in a day, whether it's only once in a month. Because some people, they might go to that extent where they will actually monitor their weight maybe 3 times in a day, and they will, on each occasion, they will actually take a note of that. So they will have a diary where they're actually constantly measuring and checking their size, their weight. Another characteristic of bulimia is that people very often who are experiencing this disorder, they live with a lot of guilt, with a lot of self-criticism, because they're blaming themselves for losing control, for not being able to resist the food. Very often they feel even jealous of someone who's struggling with anorexia, thinking that the other person is actually really strong and I'm such a weak person because I cannot resist food. Another characteristic of someone who's experiencing bulimia, and especially if they are experiencing this for a prolonged period of time, it might be that already their teeth, they might be damaged from the vomiting. They might be experiencing certain digestive system disorders and also infections in their throat. We also know that because of bulimia, people, they might be experiencing social isolation, because like I said before, someone who's experiencing bulimia, they might actually put a lot of planning, a lot of effort into hiding the issues, and they need to withdraw from certain social interactions. And this eating disorder will also lead people to feeling very self-critical. They will self-blame. They will also involve in some punitive behaviors such as self-harm. That will be it for today, and if you found this video any helpful, then please like it, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one then. Thank you. Bye bye.